Hi. Tranzact card is an MLM. It's a commercial cult, and it is a pyramid scheme. I've made one video on Tranzact card already, and I plan on making a lot more. So I had somebody, a mole inside one of their Facebook groups. If you're not familiar with multi-level marketing, it's also known as network marketing, social selling, social sharing. All of them are commercial cults. All of them. All of them are pyramid schemes. And maybe you're somebody who's just started to dive down the cult documentary rabbit hole, really enjoying different stories, wondering why people get recruited, lured into these groups. And you've stumbled across this video and you're like, wait, what are you talking about? You mean Avon, even Tupperware is a cult? That doesn't make any sense. My grandmother uses Tupperware. My mom sells Avon. Well, welcome to Anti-MLM. Your mind is about to be blown. Yes, all MLMs are commercial cults. We have the same behaviors that people in other cults exhibit. And I'd like to say it's like one of the biggest rabbit holes that you'll ever go down, but it's not a rabbit hole, it's reality. And so just your hair is going to be blown back. So if this is your first video, this is like your first kind of glimpse into what multi-level marketing is. I'm talking about one particular company now, and it's called Tranzact Card. And it's horrifying how manipulative and deceptive it is. It's just as bad as all the other multi-level marketing companies out there. However, what I'm excited about this one is that there's more and more of a presence of criticism on social media, pointing out these deceptive and abusive practices, how people are being scammed, they're being defrauded. And what I want to show in this video is coming at it from a different angle of showing you what goes on inside these Facebook groups that are affiliated with multi-level marketing. So when you sign up with as a brand partner, if you're with Bravenly, or as a DBO with Tranzact Card, you're added to a Facebook group. And more often than not, you're added to a number of Facebook groups. And they might have different team names, and it's a private group. And everybody is really excited, and they'll be sharing information about new updates and releases, and they'll be cheering each other on. And why this is so important for you to see is that when you're in a cult, the surface kind of level awareness is that the leader is charismatic, or people outside of it say the leader is totally not charismatic. I would never get sucked into something like this. But a lot of the time, this is the thing that hasn't been explored and talked about so much yet, but people are becoming more and more aware of it. We're all aware of it that have been involved in multi-level marketing. For decades, people have been trying to shout out and say, look at what's going on here. But when you're in one of these Facebook groups, and I'm clearly, like, Facebook wasn't around for decades and decades, but you're still like in groups of people. But what I'm talking about is Facebook groups. There are your peers, the other cult members, reinforce the group rules and the group identity. So the leader doesn't always have to be on. There's this level of then self-indoctrination, the indirect coercion, it's implied. It's this nebulous force that I experienced, that we all experienced in multi-level marketing. And you're going to see it illustrated so well in these series of screenshots that I'm going to share with you. Thank you to the person who took the time to send you've sent me a lot, and I'm going to do my best. What I'm going to share in this video is only a small amount. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope you kind of have a handle on that. So when you're added into one of these groups, you're spending a lot of time in it because you're really excited. You believe that this is an amazing business opportunity. What is Tranzact Card? It really doesn't matter, because all of these scams are the same thing. They rely on you getting really jacked up about whatever product or service that you have, and then recruiting other people to sell it, because then you're a part of this family. You're going to rise and get financial freedom. You're going to get to the top of the compensation plan. People aren't thinking clearly. The product, the service doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're selling insurance. It doesn't matter if you're selling this with Tranzact Card, this bank card, this debit card. It doesn't matter if you're with Mon8 and you're selling shampoo. It's all the same thing. And like what I've noticed Rick Ross had said, cult expert Rick Ross. I don't know if he calls himself that, but forgive me but he's got a lot of experience with cults. in his book that I'm reading now, he talks about that all cults, political cults, religious cults, commercial cults, it's not about the people's beliefs. So if you're, maybe you've watched Escaping Twin Flames or you looked at Love Has Won, it's not about the cult's specific beliefs. It's about their behaviors. We all behave the same way. You can take a multi-level marketing hun and just compare them with one of those people that are talking now, they've after that Love Is One, Mother God has passed away. And also somebody from Escaping Twin Flames. We're all the fucking same. We behave the same. It's so weird. And you'll see it in the comment sections of my videos and also other anti-MLM creators. People from different cults are like, this is exactly what happened with me. It's so weird. So that's when you'll hear the expression, it's from the same cult playbook. Because it's like there's a cult playbook that everybody follows. It's just the weirdest thing. So this is in the Facebook group, Tranzact Card DBO. This is a post that I've chosen to share with you, to read the post and then to show you when somebody gives criticism or is pointing out obvious truths, how the rest of the members bring that person back into line, start accusing them of, being negative, or maybe this isn't for you, stop grumbling. And others rush to justify why the company isn't doing what it promised. These flash sales they have the stores aren't like the store that they have, this Z Club store. People can't access the flash sales, and how everybody rushes to defend the company that they know nothing about, to defend the owners of the company they know nothing about. And that's how cults work. So it's so important when you're in a cult to have the belief all the time. If you even question or point out, okay, wait a second, this guy was arrested. He's been charged twice for a Ponzi scheme, criminally charged. No, you can't say that. That means you have limiting beliefs, because this is an incredible opportunity. This is so amazing. I've been part of a startup. I'm an entrepreneur. You pointing out that this is a pyramid scheme, this isn't for you. It's okay. I've set it up enough, I think. So this is how this post is going to go. First one. Some have asked why more delays are discouraging some DBOs and TCMs. More acronyms, just names of when you sign up for Tranzact card. Same as with Mon8. You sign up, you're known as a market partner or an MP. Bravenly Global brand partner. Delays with the bank and everything may seem long, but for those of us who have been building, watching, waiting for over a year, and here we are in the half month of December, any delays seem serious. But we understand that Peter and the fam leaders are committed to doing things right for the long term. So we are fine with moving forward steadily. You can read up on the bank on Google. Pretty impressive. Best rankings, experience, vision for continuing their positive social impact. Fist bump in brackets in case you didn't realize that those two emojis meant fist bump. This is exhibiting sunk cost fallacy. We have been watching and waiting for over a year, and we just trust that the company is going to do the right thing. People are being scammed out of their money, and they're defending the scam. This is what effective con men do. Con people. Anybody that's conning you. The best con they have is to have the people they're scamming and conning defend them. We're committed for the long term. People aren't making any money. These delays are going on, and people are making excuses for them. The very people who are being conned are making the excuses, rationalizations, justifications. They don't know. They're just trying to convince themselves and convince everyone else around them. This is weird. Okay, so then this comment. I've been on board since early June, and I'm right there with you. This is a phenomenal opportunity, and I have no problem waiting for Peter and the team to get everything in order. I don't know that every DBO who feels discouraged is feeling that way just because of the delays per se. It's more of a combination of things. First, for many of us, it's difficult to sell a promise. Many try to say there's no selling, but that's not true. Good for this person for calling this out, but they're brainwashed. And so when you hear people that have left multi-level marketing say, I tried to do it differently, I thought I could make a difference. I thought I could change the industry. That's the coffee maker. I have a fancy coffee maker now, and it does that sound every once in a while. I think it's like cleaning itself or something. God. But we're taught to say it's not selling, it's sharing. But she's seeing the contradiction. This individual is seeing this contradiction and is calling it out. Not all of us have that persistent sales type personality. I bet you this person is starting to wake up, and they might take 2 years. It might be another 5 years for them. Maybe, hopefully it's sooner. Persistence to many feels more like pushy, and many don't feel comfortable being persistent with a promise. And when the primary product is still not available, that is the banking platform and the everyday household items, part of the Z Club, which is the biggest selling point in my opinion, it's a promise. Yes, they are going to begin rolling out the accounts, and that's great, but that will take time, which leads us to the second issue. Many of us spent the rest of our savings to purchase our digital branches or paid for it with credit, even though we maybe shouldn't have added to our already high debt. But we saw the vision and decided to take the leap. And while that's totally on each individual to take responsibility for that choice, when we're not able to make money yet because our TCMs don't have functioning accounts and may not until well into January, but we're told we will have to start paying the monthly $50 maintenance fee in January, it can be a bit stressful for people, for many, especially with the added bonus of Christmas stress. So let's unpack this. They've said that they have taken the rest of their savings to invest in this, and it's just, they've been scammed. And we've paid for it with credit, even though maybe we shouldn't have with our already high debt, because people are being encouraged with Tranzact card, just as every other multi-level marketing company, that if you have debt, that's all the more reason to invest what you don't have, put it on credit to put it into this business opportunity. Because this is your way out. Because multi-level marketing companies, because they're commercial cults, the number one thing they like to use is they prey on the vulnerable. They prey on you when you're weak. This person got recruited because I saw the vision. You didn't see the opportunity. You got recruited with stars in your eyes because you don't even know how to do a profit and loss statement. You're making excuses for a company that you know nothing about. You know, the people involved in this now are from that now defunct World Ventures. They started selling trips to the moon.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. They literally just came out with trips to outer space. Are you kidding me? Outer space. We're literally going to fly with Virgin Air to outer space. Dream trips. What do you think about that, John? Are we going?
We going to the moon. Let's
go. No. They didn't say to the moon. They said we're going to outer space, not the moon. We can see the moon, I'm pretty sure, a lot closer. We're going to outer space dream trips. And not to mention, on top of all that, they're letting you get started for only $100. $99 for a package that's going to cost over $1,000 on August 17th. So literally, you're going to save $400 to get started now, between now and August 16th, $100, and we're going to space to join a #1 travel club that gives us the opportunity to go to space. What? Drop the mic. You should be here.
That's where you're going. You're getting scammed. And all these people that they've invested money that they didn't have, that they're going to be paying high interest rates on debt that they shouldn't have had. It's not their responsibility. You recruited, you scammed them, you defrauded them. Shame on you. Anybody who is recruiting people into Tranzact card, you are guilty of this. People are being deceived. You are purposefully deceiving people. This is a pyramid scheme. And telling people that it's their responsibility, they own. Yeah, you know what? If I had have known if I had have learned about cults, about the endless chain recruitment model that is a Ponzi scheme, masked as a pyramid scheme, I would have hightailed it out of there. When I saw friends say to me, "Oh, Julie, you got to try this juice. It's so good." I call it gummy berry juice. It makes me feel really good. Or you should try this lipstick. It's so good. Or this skincare. I would have been like, "Oh, shit, this is a pyramid scheme. But I didn't know. And now, and you don't know. If you've been like recruited into Tranzact card and you're reading something like this, you're like, all these people, how many people have gone into debt buying a promise because you saw a vision? That's not what you'd make it. That is not a good investment of money. Promise to who you saw the vision, you were scammed. You've been scammed, you've been conned. And you're justifying it with believing that you believe with a passion and a faith that you're going to see what other people can't see. Do you know how many millions of people have said the exact same thing that you have right now? And you're justifying it, and you're getting further and further into debt. And each month, that $50 maintenance fee, you're getting further into debt, and that's adding to the sunk cost fallacy. You're going to think, if I get out now, I'm going to blow my chance and I'm going to see all these people make all these millions. And that's another way that they keep you in. I hope more and more of you start waking up. This is not just happening in Tranzact card, but man, these screenshots are such a good example of how ruthless and horrible Tranzact card is. But you see, people believe that this is a business opportunity. A lot of people are vulnerable. A lot of people and I mean financially vulnerable. There are so many good people caught up in all multi-level marketing companies. They don't know, just like I didn't know what I was part of. I know if you're on the outside of this and you think like, how can people be so easily fooled? If you don't have the awareness that these things exist, yeah, there's a naivety, there's a gullibility. That doesn't mean that people deserve to get abused. That doesn't mean that people deserve to get defrauded. A senior citizen that doesn't know, isn't very computer literate, does not deserve to get their life savings wiped out just because they don't know. That's why it's so important for people that have been involved in these scams to come forward if they can, share their experiences. For anybody in any cult, just leaving your comments, it's so helpful. People realize that they're not alone, and that this stigma of shame, of feeling so stupid, we all feel that way. And you can laugh about it afterwards, it hurts like hell, but that's part of the control as well, is that shame of like, how did I not see this? These are sophisticated scams. And there is there's no shame. It's like, of course there's shame, but you're not alone in this. There'd be something, there's a reason why they've been going on successfully for so long. It's almost like you're going over Niagara Falls and you realize, like, as you're falling, oh shit, I should back up. I shouldn't like be going over the falls right now. It's too late. We're already swept up into it. So many people just don't know about multi-level marketing. So many people like grew up like myself, where we had limited exposure. We didn't realize that they were pyramid schemes. We didn't realize that they were cults. We thought we would, and then when we continue just to downplay things, well, it's not really that big a deal. When in fact, it really is that big a deal. Okay, remember, this was pitched as a way for the average American to make their money go further. Many of us are already stretched too far as it is. And while $50 may not seem like a lot to many, it's diapers to that single mom who invested, hoping to make more money to support her family. It's a week's worth of groceries at Aldi for those who can't afford more. For many, that looming $50 monthly fee feels like a threat of yet another payment we'll have to take care of without being able to make the money to cover it. This person is on the cusp of waking up. And it might take, like I said, it might take a couple of years for them, the brick wall to be disassembled from their mind, for them to really see what's going on. But they're describing what we all see and describe. This is what happens when you're in a cult. You will describe the very things that are the machinations of the scam, but you won't see what you're saying. You're describing it. Yes, I've gone into debt. All these people have gone into debt. $50 a month feels like a threat. And yet you're describing a pyramid scheme. You're describing a scam, but we just don't see it. Perhaps I could offer the suggestion to corporate to suspend the $50 monthly fee until they have all the waiting accounts up and available for use for a full month before beginning to charge the maintenance fee. Again, this is something that so many of us would offer suggestions, because we think, they're such a good company. The people that are trying to do this, they're so ethical. Maybe I'll just give them advice. when the truth is that these fuckers have run pyramid scheme after pyramid scheme after Ponzi scheme after Ponzi scheme, and after this one they're going to open up another one and move on to the next. They don't give a fuck about you. This is like this level of deconstruction when you realize, oh my God, these people know that start these companies. They want me to spend my last $50 on this looming monthly payment and then worry about how I'm going to get next month's $50. They want me to open up or get another credit card to do. Yeah, they do. And that is not an easy pill to swallow. But I remember this too, making suggestions to Monet, making suggestions to rank makers. That would give every DBO, especially operators who won't be forgiven the fee for life, a chance to accrue some earnings from their TCM's banking activity. It would hopefully help many people feel less stressed and more comfortable while we're all still waiting for this phenomenal opportunity to truly launch us all into success. We're all still waiting for this phenomenal opportunity to truly launch us into success. Empty promises, selling people. With Monet, it was hope in a bottle. We're not selling shampoo. It's hope in a bottle. It's selling hope. Knowing that for over 99% of people must lose. The people that have already made a lot of money have already made a lot of money. And they'll continue to. There may be, a sporadic person that like joins later on and like shoots up to the top of the pyramid. But most people must lose. And the thing is, when they shoot up to the top of the pyramid, they're not winning. They're purposefully defrauding people. This is a scam. Because somebody makes a lot of money doesn't mean it's not a scam. For example, human traffickers. Human traffickers make a lot of good money, solid money. Does it mean that human trafficking is illegal? Human trafficking continues to exist. But you don't understand. Human trafficking makes a lot of good money. Human trafficking is illegal. Therefore, I'm going to invest in human trafficking. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And it should be as clear with these pyramid schemes. When we say over 99% of people must lose money, it's not that because 99% of people are don't have a strong work ethic, aren't consistent, have a bad mindset. It's like a drug that hasn't been passed through Health Canada. And they go to trials and they're like injecting it in fucking mice, whatever the hell they do with drugs. And over 99.9% of everything they inject this drug into dies. This would never get passed. You'd never be able to purchase this drug. It would never be released to the public because it's manufactured that way. It is made for over 99.9% of people to die that takes this in. I'm trying to think of different ways to like explain this because I remember when I was in multi-level marketing and even when I left and I'm waking up, I didn't understand. I'm like, yeah, but there are people that have succeeded. This is where our head is at. And we really think that we don't see that this structure, this is the scam. This will never change. There's very few people that are up here. The only way they make money are because of the people at the bottom are paying all their money. They're investing their savings, their life savings, and that money is going up to the top. Most of the people in this are the distributors. In Tranzact Card's case, it's going to be the DBOs. Because every multi-level marketing company, every pyramid scheme is the exact same. Most of the sales, the money is coming from you, the distributors, same as with Monet. The money that we pay, buying products, investing in training, redeeming the Z-Bucks for your sales, all the money is staying within this pyramid. The money is going up. So the people at the very top, they're not vibrating at a higher frequency. They're at the top of a fucking Ponzi scheme. Only in multi-level marketing Ponzi schemes, only in multi-level marketing pyramid schemes do you see people get up on stage and people thinking like, wow, you're so amazing. You must have all this knowledge and increased self-awareness. Strip that all down, bare bones. This is like a fucking Ponzi scheme. Depends on when you got in. Can you imagine Bernie Madoff, all these people on Wall Street, they'd like have a big convention and people would be like, you earned how much money? And then here's the next person that's underneath you. This is what happens in multi-level marketing. It's just, this is shrouded with the garland, the tinsel, the bells and whistles of, it's a charade. It's like products, Tranzact card, flash sale. No business should have its customers or its representatives or its participants advocating and making excuses on its behalf as a normal regiment of business practice. No business should not be delivering on what they have said is going to happen, and then allow participants who have hopped from one LM to another MLM to another MLM to just do the same thing. You just need to believe. I saw the vision and so do you. Okay. Here's the next reply. Zed Club store needs more items. It's always sold out. Did I miss the announcement on the bank? You can watch my other video. I talked a bit about this Zed Club store, but with Tranzact card, they're supposed to have this Zed Club store where they have these flash sales where you can redeem these Zed bucks, and nobody can get into these flash sales. There's been a lot of problems. Big fucking surprise. Doesn't this remind you of different MLMs that you've seen, maybe documentaries on, or you've watched anti-MLM content on? Mon8 and their flash sales in particular. So here we have the first pushback now. This is when you have cult members start to try to like keep the other person in line. It's like, I know that you're saying the truth and you're saying, oh, it's not selling, or it's selling, it's not sharing, but people have invested all of their money into this, all reasonable, all accurate. And then we're gonna bring you back into line. No, you're not allowed to say these things here. I feel like corporate has always been more than fair and has repeatedly extended promotions and deadlines in our favor. I wouldn't be at all surprised if the $50 monthly fee was waived until we're truly up and running. Keep in mind, these are just people that are in the con. These are victims. They're making excuses. They're just making shit up, trying to validate the expense, their time, their money that they've put into this, and their continued presence in these groups. And they're convincing others around them. Everybody's convincing and consoling each other. This is how these cults work. The only reason things have been delayed so many times is because we've grown way faster than ever anticipated. Like Elomir, like Mon8, like every other fucking multi-level marketing company. This isn't a representative from the company. This is another DBO. It's because you've grown way faster than anticipated. No. They've recruited a bunch of people, a bunch of good people who work very hard and have, for a variety of reasons, have been fooled into investing time and money into this scam. That's great on one hand, but growing pains can be painful. I truly believe this is the best opportunity I've ever been in. Nobody's received anything. Very few people are receiving anything at all. And they still believe, because this is what's being sold, is belief. They just need you to believe and keep spending money and not look at the truth. Look over here. Don't look at this. Don't look at this video. This is anti-MLM. This is a hater. Don't you dare look at this. Look over here. Look over here. Look over here. This is a belief. This is a phenomenal team. This is, everybody feels so good. Just believe. And we're taught this. This is reinforced in, I can't stress this enough, in multi-level marketing. It doesn't matter what MLM you're in, especially if there's one that's just starting up. We're taught and we believe, we're coached on this. I was coached on this in Rank Makers, that people will say, oh, I wish I got in at the beginning of an MLM, but they couldn't handle it. How did they handle it when the systems would crash or they'd break down? Most people don't have the mental fortitude. So anything that is sketchy, like them saying, oh, we're going to deliver these products to this Z Club store, we're going to introduce this new product, this should be up and running. People should get their cards or whatever the hell they're supposed to have right now. That's just considered, oh, I've got to stick this out. I've got to be an entrepreneur. I've got to believe. I got to believe in this company. That's how they keep you in, even at the beginning of this shit. Even when normally your mind is unclouded, you're just walking around. If somebody were to do this to you, you'd be like, fuck no, I'm out. Are you kidding me? This is a scam. But when you're in a group, like you think of how much time and money people have already spent into this. They're going into this group and they're thinking they're going to go into this community because they feel safe in this community, and this community is poison. It's just keeping them in. And each person in it is like poisoning each other. They're like looking for help, but like maybe I could suggest to the company that they could waive the $50 fee. And then this person, I truly believe, like, fuck, it's wild, you know? So I'm sticking with it no matter what. And that's how they get you. If you give up, if you question, if you point out that the emperor has no clothes, you've got a loser mindset, a victim mindset, you're living in scarcity. You know, it's just a Ponzi scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme with a bunch of products. With a fucking card. And when I say it's a pyramid scheme with a bunch of products, I'm speaking about all multi-level marketing companies, because it doesn't matter which one you're in, whether it's Tranzact card with their stupid card, fucking green, everything is fucking green, or Monate, Arbonne, Saint, Makeup, Herbalife, Amway, Melaleuca. Oh, we're a shopping club. Oh, you're a fucking MLM too. Hopefully most people can feel this way and can be patient, because this is really ready to go. When this is really ready to go, it's going to go. Blind faith. This is what you're up against when you have a friend or family member in one of these commercial cults. We start to easily do this to ourselves. This is what we're talking about. We're like, I kind of brainwashed myself, but we're all brainwashing each other at the same time. And that's what happens. It's these very sophisticated systems. It happens in a bubble of this Facebook group. And very quickly you learn, you're like, oh, in order to be successful, this is how I have to behave. And we just adapt. Oh, agreed. Once they're fully up and running, I know it's going to be huge. How? Where are the statistics? This is just you believing. You're just saying this is going to happen. This is not how businesses run, but this is how MLMs run. They require this. This is how scams are run. And now she's got to be on the defensive. I was just attempting to explain. She's trying to do the right thing. A different perspective for those who may not be good at expressing their thoughts. And so those who don't understand might begin to. She did an amazing job explaining it. And I believe there's a crack in her mind, and I hope that she wakes up. And if you come across this video, I encourage you to keep critically thinking. You might be seeing me as a hater. There might be something that you're like, why are you so angry? Why are you calling this a scam? You don't understand. Or you might be really wanting to hear what I'm saying, that maybe you were like me when I began waking up, and I was watching Lula Rich, and I had to keep rewinding the video to hear Robert Fitzpatrick explain about pyramid schemes. I couldn't hear him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with my mind? It felt like there was a brick wall in my mind. It had been there 5 years. It was only when I started to question, I could see that I had a brick wall in my mind. I had to work to take that fucking thing down so I could just hear Robert Fitzpatrick talk. I'm like, I want to learn. Why is he saying these things? And I couldn't hear. It was just like, boom, and I could feel it in my mind and I could see it. And maybe you're feeling that too. That's not okay. When has that happened in our lives? This doesn't happen outside of MLM. Oh, I mean, it does. It happens in various cults, you know. But if that's happening to you, I hope that terrifies you like it terrified me. And I hope that you start critically thinking more and more, because everything that you've said is the truth. Well, for the most part, it's true. Not like it's going to be huge. I just need to believe. But you are describing what's going on in this scam. And people are trying to put another, like laying like mortar and then putting another brick. Maybe like freaking shellacking it all over too, just to like keep it strong as you're starting to wake up. And then it's because of the KYC that is the cause for all these delays based on what I saw from the corporate video. So nobody knows, why are all these delays? this is the thing. This is in business. If a company doesn't deliver, they're fucked. But in multi-level marketing and a commercial cult, if a company doesn't deliver, don't worry. You have all your cult members to make excuses for you. You can make a little excuse here and there, or just imply that we've been through a lot of struggles. Many of you have been in this industry for a long time, and you know that you just have to have that belief and gratitude for where you are right now. And thank you so much for staying with us. They don't have to say a goddamn thing. And people will just start making excuses on their behalf. And the company, Tranzact Card, can say, well, we never said any of these things. And they'll be right. Because everybody in the cult is making excuses for them. You can see how insidious this is. This is happening to millions of people worldwide across multi-level marketing. Doesn't matter what company you're in. Yes, that's the delay now. Before, it was setting up the new bank. So there's another excuse. Nobody expected it to grow this big, this fast, says every other multi-level marketing company ever, because this is what they do. It's brand new. Get in at the ground floor. Everybody is so excited. This phenomenal opportunity. They all rush in, and it's like, oh, we never expected it to grow this fast. If you have no ethics, no integrity, opening up a multi-level marketing company you can make a shit ton of money, and you can really fuck with people and hurt them too. So if you get off on doing that, this is a great business opportunity for you. Just start an MLM. We're fortunate to be here early on to reap the benefits of promotions, even if there are a few bumps in the road. So keep in mind, people haven't even received these cards yet, but we're here early. Nobody's received anything. Well, some people have. Some people I'll make another video and I'll show you. They have the rules of the group. You shouldn't be making any income claims. And all these people are holding up pictures of checks of $495. Well, thank you so much, Tranzact Card. So it's, when you're in an environment like this, you're like, I can keep going. They're just like me. Look at them. I understand your reasons for making this post, but what if it came down to paying the fee or closing the company? Think it all through. How fucked up is that? If a company requires people in it to pay while they don't deliver, and you think it's on you, that's this noble purpose that the company is going to close down, the fucking company should close down. If they can't run, and unless they're scamming other people, just keep giving us money and then we'll deliver on what we promised you. I know you signed up, and I know that we said all these things that we would deliver, and I know we haven't delivered, but if you don't keep paying me $50 a month, well, I'm just gonna have to close the company down. Do you see how fucking stupid that sounds? But this shit made sense to me. This kind of stuff made sense to me when I was in Mon 8. But really what this is about is like, you're going to, by you even questioning and pointing out these contradictions, there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the company. You're going to lose. You're going to sacrifice this amazing opportunity. It's getting into that black and white thinking. It's like paying the fee or closing the company. And again, it's just some random person that signed up as a DBO saying this. Patience pays off in the long run. No, it doesn't. It's called sunk cost fallacy. You're staying in and you are too reluctant to get out because you feel that if you walk away now, you're going to lose all this money, and there's a chance that you could recoup some of it. There's a chance you could make millions and millions of dollars. Patience doesn't pay off in the long run. That's a thought-terminating cliche. That's preventing you from looking at the truth, is that you're being scammed. And here's somebody, this guy's a real fucking peach. This is the life of a startup, all caps. Shit happens. I can tell this guy's a fucking boomer. You either push through it or shut your doors. So you are a contractor with an MLM. So you're not a CEO of a startup. He's like, shit happens. You either push through it or shut your doors. So this is this tough thing. Like, I'm such a man. I got fucking truck nuts. I'm such a big dude. Like, I know what I'm a part of. It's like, you're a fucking asshole. This woman the woman that wrote the post that was so thoughtful is telling the truth. And this is, then you have the people that start to do that insidious shaming, Why would you write a post like this? And then you have fuckers like this roll up to the comments. It's like, shit happens. You either push through it. It's like, you're getting fucking scammed and you're defrauding people, and God help your downline when you start speaking to them like this. What happened to the whole big Tranzact card family? Everybody's there to help each other and support each other. Someone is pointing out that Tranzact card has not delivered on the things that they have promised. Everybody's making excuses, and you're just like, you either push through it or shut your doors. This is very appealing when you're in MLM though. I would have been loving this post. I would have been like, yeah, that's exactly it. You're just being weak. You have to believe. Seeing this on the outside, what a fucking dick. Okay, the incentive of DBOs to extend to receive $495 to January 31st with the 3 TCM qualifications, given that we'll not have the cards to utilize during Christmas, will be a good way to go forward. Just a suggestion. I have no fucking idea what that's about, and it doesn't really matter. We're going to get to the part that is really good. Someone says, I'm not worried about the bank. I just want more stuff in the store. You should be worried about the bank. It's like people just get so excited about these flash sales, which you're going to see too. It's another way to keep people in. People are whipped up into this frenzy of excitement. And here's this other person, here's another dick. Maybe this is not for some. Instead of grumbling all the time, take a time out. We're in a bumpy road after battling through the jungle. You can always just hit the pause button and resume 6 months from now. The risk you take will be catching up and then complaining because you didn't stay up to speed. Another fucking cock. Grumbling all the time. Did you see anything in that when that first woman was posting about how people say that we're sharing and not selling, and that's not true. I've invested my last the money that I didn't have. Some people have gone on credit to do this, and he's like, instead of grumbling all the time, this is multi-level marketing, and it's right there. It's always right there. It's not even under the surface. It's always right. It's like there's an oil spill, but it's like the shittiest, grossest, like stinkiest fucking oil spill ever. And it's just on the surface, and you look at the water and you think, wow, it's so beautiful. But then you take a closer look, maybe the sun was in your eye, and you look and you're like, my God, everything is dead around here. What is this disgusting fluid on the top of the surface of this water? That's multi-level marketing right here. So this though is the at the same time, when you're in it, this is considered such a show of strength, and we really feel like we're battle hardened, like we're in a bumpy road, we're battling through a jungle. No, you're battling your mind telling you, screaming at you that you're in a scam and you need to get out. This is intimidation, like you think I've just got to fight through my limiting beliefs that are telling me I'm in a scam, that I've been paying all this money and I'm not getting anything for it yet. You're not battling through a jungle. You're battling your critical thinking. And for what? You got to hit the pause button and then you're going to be complaining 6 months from now? You must be in rank makers. This is classic fucking dick rank makers. And there's a reason why I said that, because you're going to see the next comment. I'm like, oh, I bet this person's in rank makers. Look at, for real, ha ha ha, this is nothing, wink. I can't wait to see what happens in a year from now, in 2 years from now, in 5 years from now. This video is going to stand. And especially these people that have been just assholes. I can't fucking wait to see where your downlines are. I don't care about where you end up, unless you wake up and you make amends and you apologize. And if you don't, fuck you. These people probably will get to, or they got in early enough. They get to the top of the pyramid and they just talk about how much money they make. I don't give a fuck about how much money you make. I want to know how much money your downline is making. What is the churn rate of your downline? Do you even know what that means? Do you know what the definition of a pyramid scheme is? The legal definition in Canada. That's what I'm really fucking curious about. Anyway, this person, I totally agree with everything you said. And then here's the person. I guess I'm from a different breed, and this is why I brought in rank makers, because that's what we're taught in rank makers. Rank makers are a special breed, and this is it just reminds me of it. I think the playing field has been made easy enough for most everyone to make manager in order to not have to pay anything. So it's like this person who has used all their savings to get in, he is now talking to her like this. It's like, it's easy for anybody to like not pay anything. When you decide to make the decision to be a DBO, you are wanting your own business. At least I did. I've been in business. So this was a no-brainer, really, because your brain is right up your fucking ass. Because you're in a pyramid scheme. And you're walking, talking around, strutting around, peacocking around, flicking your hair. Like you're the stud, and you're in a shitty pyramid scheme. A Tranzact card. It doesn't even have a nice name. It doesn't even have a fucking umlaut over the A. Those who didn't want to pay anything, and this is just me, my point of view, they should just be a TCM. So this is like, I guess, the customer level, like a VIP for Mon 8 instead of being a market partner. You need a certain mentality to run your own business. Handouts aren't a part of that. You have to build for what you want. I don't agree with the $50 a month suspension. I think that will just make people lazy. Again, this is my personal thought. I've been in since July, but again, I've started a business before, so I know it takes time. But I didn't have these many people in my company. Anytime you have a lot of people, you will have disagreements. Your conversation should be with the person who sponsored you, not here. But since you put it here, I am inclined to give my point of view as well. Happy Christmas. It's funny, I was watching a video about escaping Twin Flames universe, where just like us, you're not allowed to post anything negative in a Facebook group. I remember my upline, when I had a market partner, post in our group, Facebook group, there was something wrong with, I don't know, whether it was like a shampoo or products that she purchased or whatever. And did I ever get in shit from my upline, who had previously been my friend, saying, Julie, get her just to talk to you privately. It's not meant, this group isn't meant for like negativity like that. Same thing. You shouldn't be posting. What is so, the heat with which her simple, truthful post is met with is astounding. And that's why I think this is such a good example, because it's really indicative of what goes on in every multi-level marketing company. So you're lazy, no brainer. I run my own business. I'm better than you. Just like beat this person down. And on top of it, the cherry on top is that you shouldn't be posting in here. You should be speaking with the person who sponsored you. Well, on behalf of the woman who had written that post, I'd like to respond to you with a fuck you. Happy Christmas and a Happy New Year. I say Merry Christmas. So again, Merry Christmas and fuck you. And she did respond. I'm like, I hope that you get out one day, and you never know. I'm just putting it out there. I hope that you get out one day, and I hope that we connect, and I hope that you do well. I hope that you heal. I hope that you recover financially from this fraud, and I hope we can have a conversation one day. I'm rooting for you. You may never see this, but I'm rooting for you. I think you missed my point. As I said, this isn't about waiting for everything to be in place, and it has nothing to do with the person who sponsors you. After all, the sponsor has no control over what's going on at the corporate level. Like, she's right there. She's right there. Many folks seem to be missing the point, but that's okay. And then also, see, it's like always the love, soften it up with a heart emoji, like still wanting to believe in the opportunity. Of course, Peter and the team have been great. They are busting their asses trying to get this off the ground, but it's not wholly off the ground yet, though we may be close. Perhaps you're right that you're from a different breed, as you said. Oh, it's beautiful. After all, you have previous experience. Does that mean that those who are having difficulties selling a promise don't belong here? That they shouldn't have bothered trying? That they should just be a TCM? Don't assume the folks who are frustrated aren't trying. I congratulate you on your successes so far. I'm happy for everyone who's experienced some success selling a promise. You shouldn't be selling a promise. You should be selling something legitimate. Selling a promise is the definition of a scam. A promise of what? Of what could come? Do you hear yourself? Please get off social media. Even do 3 days. Just start fucking thinking. Get away from this group. Selling a promise? Oh, I congratulate you on your success so far. I'm happy for everyone who's experienced some success selling a promise, but try to have a little compassion for those who may be struggling. You have no idea what each person is going through or how much or how little they've put into this business. I wish you well. See, it shows like two sides, two parts of multi-level marketing participants. You have the fucking asshole kind, and then you have this kind, where you believe that this is something really amazing and that you're going to show up differently because the previous fucker is what gives it a bad name. And that, you know, if only, you see what I mean? Oh, and somebody says, thank you for coming from someone that is really struggling and has no experience, but just wants a better life for my kids. And oddly enough, that's what's being sold in multi-level marketing. We want to help you. Even Tranzact card, I did that other Tranzact card video where they had that horrible piece of propaganda where there's that whole lengthy, long, boring story of this woman that is signs up with Tranzact card, and then she uses her Z-Bucks to buy new soccer cleats for her son and then go on vacation to visit her parents, and she's given Z-Bucks by her fantastic upline. It's this whole family. It's like, where the fuck? See how fast it's just gone? Just in one post, it's like it's a no-brainer. People are lazy. But they sell it like, if you are struggling, we're the place for you. We are offering you hope and a promise of a better life and a better future. And you see this other person got in, I just want a better life for my kids. And she doesn't know that she's in a scam, because she might be. Who fucking knows? Just like the University of Calgary's Haskayne Business School. They have a professor who is of marketing, professor emeritus of marketing, and he believes that pyramid schemes are a legitimate business model. Oh yeah, this fucker trying to recruit faculty, students under this umbrella of this weird entrepreneur challenge. I wrote, actually, as an interesting aside, I wrote the dean of the Haskayne School of Business, and she actually responded quite quickly. She said she was going to go over my email very carefully. I haven't heard back from her, and I probably won't, because most academics and legislators and politicians prefer to just fucking ignore what's going on. However, as more and more of us speak out, and if you have a kid that's going to go to a post-secondary institution, you might want to know which professor believes that multi-level marketing is legitimate business, because they're going to be trying to target and recruit your kid into their cult. Can you fucking imagine that? After waking up, after having a horrendous experience, finally after 5, 10, 15 years in multi-level marketing, and your kid goes to fucking University of Calgary, Haskayne School of Business, gets that fucking professor? And he tells you what? Tells them what? No, you're wrong. Your mom, your dad, they just had a stinker thinkers. They just had a negative mindset. Imagine your kid arguing with a university professor trying to explain to them why 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 to infinity isn't a legitimate business model. It's a simple scam. Okay, holy fuck. It's just, the longer I'm out, the angrier I get. I don't know, sometimes I think I'm just, anyway, okay. So I just get so jacked up speaking about this stuff. I know it can be hard enough just juggling a job and kids, and doubly so at Christmas, especially when they're young. You see, within this, there's people that they're trying to do the right thing for themselves and their families. They just don't know, and they're finding each other within these fucking cults. This one, the $50 fee isn't going to be charged unless you're making commissions. You've got nothing to complain about. Like, that was a lot. And I think that it gives you a very clear feeling. Even if you've never been involved in multi-level marketing, or you have, thank God, not been involved in any kind of cult, this gives you a really clear idea of the depth of the indoctrination, of the ties that we have even in the community, keeping us in. So that's just one post, and that was emotionally draining. You can imagine we're in there on our phones all the time, just constantly refreshing, talking with each other. And that's just one group. There can be multiple groups, multiple team groups, multiple Zoom calls and trainings just to keep you from looking too closely at the scam right in front of you. The next thing I want to show you is this one post that says, what is the fastest path to a flash sale? By the time I figure out how to get there, everything's gone. You see, it's like it's still, you have to phrase it in a way where you're not a negative person. You're not vibrating at a low frequency. You need to be like, it's just really playful. Like, oh, I'm supposed to have access to a flash sale, but oh, stupid, silly me. I guess there's just something I'm doing wrong. It's like, no, you're a part of a scam and they don't have enough products. And it's purposely done this way to keep you in even more. So there's like this thing with control is that if you intermittent attention is a way to it's a form of abuse. It just keeps you in the group longer. So they'll give you like, you don't know where you stand. You might get a lot of attention, you might get a lot of praise, and all of a sudden it's like you're being ignored. And that, in this fucked up way, like psychologically, it's a way that we're manipulated. And if you don't know about that and you're in one of these cults, you know, it's just another rope that has you like tied down. So what is the fastest path to a flash sale? By the time I figure out how to get there, everything is gone. This is somebody who's involved in the company. Now, why would the company make it so difficult for somebody just to access a flash sale? And so it's like the gaslighting, the self-gaslighting is built in. Like there must be something I'm doing wrong. Can you imagine you go onto Amazon and you're like set off in this interminable loop? You just can't fucking order your whatever you want to order, your coffee, say. And you say, oh, there must be something I'm doing wrong. And I'm going to go into this group of all these other people and say, how do I get it? It's like, no, you would be like, what the fuck is going on here? This is something, your website is broken. This is stupid. You know, you'd go on to somewhere else and like complain about it, maybe make an Instagram reel and people would be like, yeah, it sucks, whatever. But in multi-level marketing, it's if there's something wrong with the website, it's your fault. If there's something wrong with the company not delivering what it says it's going to deliver, it's because you're not believing hard enough. It's fucking wild. Let's see some of these responses. It also begs to question why some people are able to get multiple flash sales a day or week when the majority of people are saying they've never gotten any. Good question. People are questioning. In all honesty, it's pure luck. I just happened to go on and saw the slippers today on flash sale. I quickly put the size in. The first 2 colors I picked sold out. Then picked the camel color. Said there were 146 left. I literally pushed buy now, paid for my shipping, then went to look what else was there, and the blank page appeared. I did it on my phone. Why would there be such a rush on camel slippers? It was just like, I wonder if people even wanted to buy slippers in the first place, or if this demand, this falsely created demand is whipping people up into a frenzy just to purchase shit that they don't even need, just to get on and get anything. Flash sales are a little broken if it's next to impossible to get them. It becomes a disincentive at some point. Excellent point. You're in a scam. I hope you get out. Luck. 200,000 people, 15 items or so, they are gone instantly. So then what is the point of having a flash sale when this is part of the marketing and the appeal and the incentivization to be part of this scam in the first place when you can't even deliver on fucking that? Good question. Aha, I've been using the app. Now I see. I was washing dishes while I was on the phone. I just happened to refresh the website as soon as I was off the phone. Sometimes the notifications don't pop, or I would have gotten any of the Avengers. So now you're going to see, this is going to lead into this next thing. You need to be on your phone all the time, waiting, behavior control. You might miss out. I was washing the dishes. As soon as I finished washing the dishes, I hit refresh. What happens to your family that's waiting for you? Your kid pulling on your pant leg saying, mommy, look I just learned how to do a somersault. And you're like, no, I'm going to miss this flash sale. I'm not getting notifications anymore. Well, that's because you're quit grumbling and stop being lazy and asking for handouts. And what do good cult members do when they experience adversity? Well, they're solving a problem that has been created by Tranzact card, buy their multi-level marketing company, because we're all about helping each other out. So look at what this person has done. And they're an admin of this DBO.com. I don't know. So I blurred out their name there. They went to this effort to do this. And it's like, can you imagine? These are the 6 steps that you need to do to get a flash sale. This is just to buy something that's supposed to be on sale. This is behavior control. So look at this. These steps are what worked for me. Good luck. Can you imagine you're just trying to take advantage of a flash sale and redeem your stupid fucking Z-Bucks. And you got to do something like this. And you're so brainwashed and you believe so deeply in this beautiful, amazing community and business opportunity, even though you have fucking assholes that are speaking down to you, that are saying that you're lazy and that you want handouts and like shit happens and I'm a businessman, I'm a big fucking businessman with big fucking truck nuts. And you make this little graphic and you're like, I'm going to help everybody. Like, what is going on here? Okay, my 6 easy steps to a flash sale. Number 1, notifications on. More often than not, they come more often than not. So not all the time. They come through the Tranzact app only. So you need to have them on at all times. Of course you do, because this is behavior control. You cannot think this will take more and more of your life. This will take up more and more of your time, because it has to, because you're in a cult. So this is what's so disturbing about these online cults is even through you be washing the dishes, you're doing anything, you have to have it on at all times. And even so, it might not be coming through the app. Maybe you have to go on your computer or on your website. I know I turned off all notifications on my phone. I used to get dinged when I started to get more followers on TikTok. It was too much. It was like vibrating all the time. I wish I had started to wake up at that point, but it took me a long time. But I ended up turning off all notifications from Messenger, Facebook, and all of them. And they're like, no, you need to turn it on. So all the time, it's intrusive. This isn't just a tool now, it's interfering in your life, and it's Tranzact card. So just like Pavlovian dog, they're like, you're going to start drooling. It's like, oh my God, it's the flash sale. It's like, what is the flash sale for? Oh my God, slippers. It's like, do I need slippers? Like, I don't know. I don't even care what color. It's like, they're sold out. Camel, I'll buy them. Like, second tip, silent mode off. Of course, you can't have it being silent. It needs to be loud and annoying, and it needs your constant attention. Also, on your mobile device, make sure in your personal settings your phone is not on silent mode. 3, sign in from desktop. If at all possible, when on desktop, always keep your back office's tab open. Always. With a click of a mouse, it's faster to go to the Z Club. Use this icon, even on your computer. So make sure you have your notifications on, your sound on, and on your computer, have it on. And while you're at it, just stream it to your TV and just tell all your family, you know what? I can't even fucking handle any of you. You don't even understand. I need to have Tranzact card access to my life at all times. Thank you very much. 4, get to Z Club from a browser. In this case, where each second counts. Each second counts. I hope you're seeing this. I'm pretty sure I think I'm doing a good enough job conveying this. And I think maybe just you seeing this is enough for you to understand how fucking horrible this is, how it takes over our lives, how people are being manipulated. It's not just a matter of you seeing a leader of a cult and being like, oh yes, I will do whatever you say. It's so much more than that. So many people that get involved into multi-level marketing are not getting recruited because they know the CEO or the president of these cults anyway, or even sometimes like the upline, the top of the pyramid. Some are, but a lot of them are being brought in by people that you know. You don't even know the fucking charismatic leader or non-charismatic leader at the time. You know your friend. You know your mom, your grandma, your sister, your friend, your actual friend from high school. You're like, fuck it, why not? I'll just try some of this juice. That's how you get into these cults a lot of the time. And this is how people stay in. Their allegiance isn't to the charismatic leader. That comes next. It comes indirectly through shit like this. through the ties of community. People aren't even like, they can be like, well, I'm kind of lonely, I'm looking for a community. It's you think that you're looking for a community at times, because then when you're in it, you're so fucking busy. I think this is just such a good example of how busy and how this takes over our lives. This didn't happen. This wasn't spelled out like with Mon8. Mon8 didn't, for me, they didn't have an app at the time, but this always being on, always having my computer on, always checking is the exact same. Okay, where each second counts. So it's like there's that panic. You only have a limited time. You always need to be ready. You always need to be on because you might miss something. Fear of missing out, you hear that and you're like, okay, but I think this is a really good job of explaining it. It's faster. On mobile, it's faster to get to the Z Club through a browser like Safari or Google Chrome than going through the app. 5, pre-saved method of payment for some items. There will be a shipping charge. The free items, right? Only some. It doesn't really count because I'm getting it for free. I would have been paying so much more. So, what is a small shipping fee? We'll make all these excuses as to keep forking over the fucking dough. For some items, there will be a shipping charge. Go to your back office's profile and enter a card to pay for it. You can do this now in advance to save time. Why do you need to be saving time? Why do you have seconds to make a purchase? Why are people being whipped up into this frenzy of excitement? So much so that they have to make this really cool looking graphic to help others. 6, if you see it, refresh. Last tip, if you refresh your screen, the item sometimes will still be available. If it is, go for it and move fast to secure it. Don't think, don't reflect, don't take the time to think that you might need this item in your life. That you may, because some items you have to pay shipping for. Imagine that. Some items you have to pay for. Don't think, just get it. Get whatever the hell you want. Get whatever is released, because you don't know what's going to be released, because it's going to be a surprise. I also have a if you see something, say something routine in my own community with my downline from Tranzact, where we tell the group if we see a flash sale so that we can all take advantage of it. That also helps. Again, this is when you're in one of these commercial cults. This is the shit that I did, that some of my uplines did. You think that you're helping each other. It's like, oh, we're going to work together. I just found this hack. You can actually save an additional 25% if you do this, and we think, oh, we're helping each other out. If you see something, say something. Well, I see something, I'm saying something. You're in a scam. You're being defrauded. And I know that you can't understand me. And I know there's going to be people in Tranzact Card that are watching this, because there's been a number of you that I've seen, and I had to delete your comments because I told you that you weren't welcome here. That one video, the first video I made. This video is going to be a bit different. I welcome you to leave your comments. However, if you start to reply to other comments that are clearly anti-MLM, and you're trying to recruit them in your way where you're like, I'm not promoting it and I'm not recruiting it, I'm just going to parrot the exact same fucking comment I've already left 5 other times, your comment will be deleted. But I welcome you to leave your comments, and leave your excuses, leave your pitch as to why I'm wrong. I will use your comments on my Instagram stories. I'll probably make some reels. I also share it to my Facebook stories. I might make more content on TikTok using it. And I'm going to be showing how you're brainwashed, just like I was. How we all say the same things regardless what multi-level marketing company you're in. And Tranzact Card is just one, unfortunately, in a long, long, long lineup going all the way back to Amway. I said the same things that you're saying in the comments right now. So go for it. If you're pissy or if you're a dick, it'll just be deleted. But if it's, the usual, you don't understand, Julie, this is backed by a bank. Are you all against banks? Corporate America is the real pyramid scheme. Go for it. Leave them here. Leave them in the comments. So feel free. Leave your comments, but I am going to use them. And if you are somebody in Tranzact Card who is starting to wake up, and you're starting. And what I mean by that, you're going to know what I mean by that. We all have this similar feeling, you know. I encourage you to keep critically thinking. Start looking. You're already watching this piece of content and you know you shouldn't be. You're quite busy already waiting for these flash sales and having to do, you know, convince yourself that you're not in a scam. The last thing that you should be doing is watching a piece of content that has already planted a seed in your mind. And what you have seen is now added to the shelf in the back of your mind, which one day will snap and you're going to get the fuck out. You shouldn't be here, but I'm happy that you are. Okay, let's see what's on these flash sales. So the first one up is Tranzact pickleball paddle bundle of 160 Zed bucks. Fantastic deal. Can you imagine that? Showing up, playing pickleball with your Tranzact card. Somebody's going to be like, wow, that's a really nice paddle. It's like, holy shit, I know that really delivers the ball. I'm like, what is Tranzact card? Well, let me tell you, it's a fantastic way to start conversation. That's the shit that I would say when in Mon 8 and in Rank Makers. People will be standing in line and will ask you about your shirt. It did happen sometimes, but oh God, it's so embarrassing. Used $9 in Zed bucks and paid $15 for this stocking stuffer. What is it? I don't know. It's like an Under Armour case of some kind with a beaner. So they redeemed $9 of Zed bucks and they paid $15 for that. I don't know. You could have gone to the dollar store and like bought 15 items, especially you're in the US. You have sweet dollar stores there. By the way, fun fact, I used to own a dollar store for 9 years. So in Canada here. Okay. Oh my, can I get an amen for high-tech drinking water? Wow, this baby will get attention on my trip to New York. Thus TCMs or DBOs perhaps? But you see how excited people are. This is just posting in the group. People are sharing it like, I got into this flash sale. Look at this product I bought. Like, some guy, he bought some fucking thing. I don't even know what it is, some case. And then a water bottle. Like, it's just a fucking water bottle. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna care. You're not, oh, that's a really nice water bottle. That is never going to happen. But this is when you have the products like these imbued with this this holiness, this excitement. Like, look at this. I had my app open, I followed the 6 steps and I purchased this, and everybody's like, wow, you know, 33 reactions there, thumbs up and hearts, and 15 comments. All people like, wow, for a fucking water bottle that they bought. That they just But this would have been me. Look at 2 gold medals. Look at this. Egyptian cotton sheets, beautiful necklace. Well, that's debatable. A Nike cap, a green one, of course. Nike has something with fucking MLMs too. Because Stuart McMillan, when he was president of Mon 8, he had some Nike shit going on. Equals a happy flash cap getter. And that is no cap. All free to me. Zed Club for the win. And then someone says, every time I go to the flash sale, there is nothing on it. It's like, well, wait a second. Who's telling the truth? This person is showing they've got a beautiful necklace, a fucking green hat, and Egyptian sheets. I wonder what the thread count is, though. But this person says, every time I go to the flash sale, there's nothing on it. It's like, it sounds to me like you're a stinker thinker. Sounds to me like you didn't have your browser tab open at all times. Maybe you should have turned your notifications on and off silent mode. Maybe that's why you missed it, you loser. You waiting for a handout? People are afraid to say that every time I go to the flash sale, there's nothing on it. Only once in a while you'll see people say that because it's drowned out by the people that are actually getting it. Much like you hear the stories of the less than 1%, 99% of the time, and you hear the stories of the 99%, more of the people that are getting scammed. Everybody's getting scammed. More of the people who are losing money, less than 1% of the time. I think that's a really fucking good thing. I've been saying that for a while, and I haven't had anybody say, oh, Julie, that's phenomenal. I think that's really fucking good. This is an Under Armour. So Under Armour, some backpack. This looks like, I don't know what good quality it is. Maybe it's excellent quality. This looks like something I would get as I'd go to a triathlon and it would be part of my swag, like an Ironman. You'd be like, oh good, it's another bag. You know, I don't fucking know. I got mine already from yesterday. Yuppie, I'm really happy. Like for a bag. Okay. Didn't really like a bag. That's okay. Oh, here's the fucking camel. Here's the camel shoes. Look at that. Holy smokes. Wow, the power of saving Zbuck. Can you imagine being this excited, never pay full price on your favorite products with Zbucks? Well, I beg to differ because I'll show you the next item here, which is a belt. So they say never pay full price. This says this next belt, in beveled pitch black 2.0, cut to size up to 45 inches, 80 Zbucks. But this says these next belts are $69.99. All these ones, so I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if Tranzact card is just another lie. And you can also get this amazing coffee cup here. It's like, wow, I got my cup ordered with my Zbucks. This is so real. I cannot believe my eyes. Look at how excited this person is. This was me when I was in MLM too. I'd be so fucking excited. Even customers can get this excited about their products. We would post stuff like this. But I mean, I know looking at this now, I'm like, my God. But you see, it just keeps you part of this community. And look at the fucking reactions on this. 358 people love and like it, 104 comments because this person got a fucking mug with the Tranzact card logo on it. It even has the Tranzact card logo on it. Yes, it's stainless steel. It's heavy too. Oh my fucking shit. You have to laugh. You have to laugh at yourself. It's a fucking no-brainer. This is when I start to like get loopy and then go off the rails, and I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I want you to know, if you're in Tranzact card and you're watching this, I know there's a really very good chance that you really, really believe that this is a business opportunity, that you think that corporate America is a scam, that jobs like Walmart and Amazon and Starbucks and just any job, you know, you have a lot of people, a lot of staff at the bottom of the pyramid, and then you have more managers, and then you have senior managers, and then you have a CEO at the top end. There you go. That's the real pyramid scheme. And you don't understand when I say you're in a pyramid scheme, because all multi-level marketing companies are pyramid schemes and commercial cults. You don't understand when I say it's about pay to play. You're having to pay to get in. You need to pay this $50 a month fee. You need to pay. This isn't a job. This isn't a business. This is a scam. They're constantly giving you money. Pay to play is the first characteristic. This is from Robert Fitzpatrick's book, Ponzinomics. Pay to play, endless chain recruitment. You need to keep recruiting. Somebody just left and it's impossible to do so because that's a scam. Somebody had left a comment on one of my videos I did with Michelle Culberson, that epic 7-hour live stream where she decided, like, that's it. I'm coming out. I am saying everything. Somebody had said about Ray Higdon, the one good thing that he teaches is that in order to help your team, you need to build a new team. But what this person neglects to understand yet, hopefully they're on their way out of MLM, is that they're addressing the churn rate that happens in every multi-level marketing company. So this is what we're taught in multi-level marketing. This is what I was taught in Rank Makers, that your team is going to be, you know, the team that gets you to your first rank isn't going to like run across the finish line with you. That's because you're in a fucking pyramid scheme, and it's called a churn rate. It's designed this way. It has nothing to do with people being like low value or vibrating at a low frequency or not being consistent enough. It's because they're part of a scam, and you lose that team, and then you have to keep recruiting in order to build a new team. You're addressing a pyramid scheme in the same way as that woman is addressing the pyramid scheme that is Tranzact card, and you don't even fucking realize it. Endless chain recruitment, anyway, is the second point. I want you to look up. If you're starting to critically think, what do you have to lose? Prove me wrong. You won't, but you need to. This might be the motivation for you. Third thing, recruiting mandate. You must keep growing your community. You have a TCM, but you need to have them be a DBO. You need to keep recruiting DBOs in order to rank up. That's the only way you can rank up. You have to have people underneath you. And in order for them to rank up, they have to recruit people. This is not direct selling. Fourth thing is extreme money transfer from the bottom to the top. Most of the money that is being made in pyramid schemes goes to the top. So that's not direct selling. Direct selling isn't you get money and most of that money just keeps going up to different levels of the company. That's not direct selling. Direct selling is you're not recruiting people to be your competitors to grow a downline. Direct selling is you and a product. That's it. There's nobody else in between that. You get most of that money. Maybe the company, they get like a little bit, but the lion's share is to you because you made that sale. In multi-level marketing, it's upside down. You should be getting most of the share of that commission. It should not be going up to be getting paid. This is not direct selling. This is multi-level marketing scam. Businesses don't run this way. Walmart, corporate America, there can be things wrong with it, but they're not a pyramid scheme. You're in a pyramid scheme. So those 4 things, I'll just recap them: pay to play, endless chain recruitment, recruiting mandate, and extreme money transfer from the bottom to the top. I also would like you to start investigating the BITE model, the influence continuum. This is about cults. Start learning about cults. Now, I know when I was waking up, I remember I had a conversation with my upline who used to be my good friend, and she said, anti-MLM is a cult. And it's like, oh, here we go. And do you know what the definition of a cult is? So I would, before you, if you find yourself getting really, really defensive and wanting to like lash out and say like, no, you don't understand because I know I'm right. Do you understand what the definition of a pyramid scheme is outside of what you've been told and are parroting from your upline or your company? Especially in Tranzact Card's case, a company that has yet to deliver virtually anything that they've promised you. It's just running on hot air. Look up Stephen Hassan's website, Freedom of Mind. You might want to buy one of his books, Freedom of Mind or Combating Cult Mind Control. Those have been really helpful to me. I always want to I like recommending them. And on his website, you can print out the BITE model: behavior, information, thought, emotional control. And you could tick off the things that you've experienced in Tranzact Card. Now, you might be in denial about them. You might not be ready for it yet. But if you're watching this video and you're still watching this video, there's a really good chance that you're curious enough to actually do it. And I encourage you to do it. I was shocked when I printed it out after I had left and I highlighted everything I'd experienced in Rank Makers. It was virtually all of it. I've showed it in other videos. I hold up the piece of paper. It's like all fucking yellow. I've just highlighted it all. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't see it. I didn't see any of it at the time. You are valued. You are valuable exactly as you are. Nobody should be speaking to you in the way that those 2 fucking assholes did in that group where they think that this is this Tranzact Card community. This is cult behavior though. There's people like this in, outside of cults. There's always, people like this at work, or you're going to fill up your gas or somebody cuts you off in traffic. But in multi-level marketing, that is the standard of behavior. It's always there, like that slime on the surface of the water. I was like painting that picture for you before. That should not be happening in any group, but that happens all the time. And it's considered a show of force. Those are the people that you're going to see a lot, that behavior is going to be imitated. It's like, this is tough love coaching. And it's just fucking weak and it's a joke. And they probably have truck nuts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.